What's going on, guys? How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend and a great Mother's Day. But today is Monday, start of a new week. But for a lot of you guys, this is the start of a new chapter in your business. The pages are turning. We are reopening up. A lot of states have already opened. A lot of states are about to open. What are you going to do differently going forward? Did you take this time to reflect on what you were doing wrong over the past few years? Are you taking the time to plan what you're going to do different going forward over the next couple of years? Let me give you a couple of different things to think about. As this reopen happens, it's going to be fast and furious. Business is going to pick back up, and start thinking about how to be efficient and build momentum as it does. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is lead generation. This may change a little bit for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys were just financially hurt from this. A lot of people have a lot less money to market going forward. So start thinking of your business and your lead generation strategies in two different ways: paid or time. Now, what's important to understand is I built my business with all time strategies, meaning I traded my time for the leads, not money for the leads. When you start a business, usually you have one or the other, time or money or both. Not everybody's in the same situation. A lot of people usually have no money, but they have time. This may be the situation you're in right now. Start thinking of things that you can do that take time and not money. If you do have money, look at these strategies on the board behind me. These are the typical things people are doing right now: direct mail, cold calling, door-to-door, paid ads through social media or Google, and then organic social media. Now, which one is going to be best fitting your current plan going forward? Now, what I do primarily, and I think the number one strategy out there, is obviously social media. Just to prove how powerful it is, you're watching me right now. I don't have to demonstrate this other than that. So everything I do has to do with video marketing, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, social media, some way or another. It is the fastest way to the marketplace. And if you're not doing these things going forward, guys, you're going to get eliminated out of the marketplace. And that's my opinion on it. It's no longer should you be doing these. It's a necessity for the modern day agent or investor to be doing these strategies. Social media solves every single problem in the business. Lead generation, affordable lead generation, and scalable lead generation. This is the only thing that can do it. These other strategies work great, but they're very cost intensive and they're very logistically heavy. They take a lot of working parts. And I know a lot of you guys are like, I don't know how to get into social media marketing. Well, good thing is I run a social strategy mastermind with Mike Sherrard, one of the top social media experts in the world. If you want to know more about what we're doing, guys, there's still a short window of time for you to hop in and just pay $1 for a month of training. There's a link below here to our website called socialstrategymastermind.com. Go check it out. But just start thinking about what you're doing as far as time or money. Can you shift your strategies? And we're gonna have a lot of different videos coming out on different ways to generate leads going forward. So just start thinking, can you do things with time and not money to eliminate risk right now? Second thing is speed to lead. How are you getting to these leads when they come in? Some people are great lead generators, but horrible communicators and horrible converters into monetized leads. Some people are horrible lead generators, but they get away with it because they're great communicators and they can convert on a high level. You need to start tracking everything. You track anything long enough, a ratio will appear. Start tracking what you're doing and start trying to get better in all these areas, because all these different bars go up and down, and if they all go up, so does your income. So once you have leads come in, guys, how are you going to get to that lead quickly and immediately so you don't have what's called a phantom loss? A phantom loss is a loss that you didn't know you have or had. So if I took 50 grand out of your bank account tomorrow, you would feel it emotionally. If you did not pick up a phone call, there's a $50,000 profit deal coming in, you never knew that you lost that 50K. Net to your income and net worth, exact same thing. So what are you gonna do to capture these leads and continuously stay in front of them through repetitious marketing? You need to be using video marketing, guys, to communicate with these individuals as they come in. So think about this. There's statistics out there that I think it says, the last one I looked at, you're 300% more likely to get the lead if you follow up with them within 5 minutes of them calling you or picking up the phone when they actually call you. But we know that's impossible, right? We are human beings. We're not everywhere at once. We can only be in one place at once doing one thing. So how do we leverage ourselves outside ourselves? You need to start using email funnels, text funnels, different types of video email response systems. You can use all sorts of different things like BombBomb, right? You can use your traditional email funnels that you're using probably with Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact. Start thinking, if you do not have something to immediately contact these leads and follow up with them when they contact you, if you're not the one doing it, how can you get something in place immediately? You can use slide dial. Slide dial is a simple process that's going to leave a message on their phone without ever making their phone ring. That's something like, hey, I saw that you came to our website. I'd love to have a conversation with you. At the moment, I'm tied up for a little bit. I'll get back to you here in a second. Just something to get that conversation started so they can expect a call from you so they don't go call a bunch of other people before you get back to them. Now, you're mainly trying to get in touch with them and be invited to the party. What I mean is, most individuals call 2 to 4 people before they make a decision. So you're trying to freeze that individual to at least make sure you're invited to the party. And one of the ways I do this is through my contact scripts, through my text or my slide dials, or through the messages or video messages I film on a phone that I send to them is, hey, I got your message. I saw that you came to our website, or hey, I saw that you put your information into one of our squeeze pages. I'd love to sit down with you to see what we can do and how we can solve your problems, reduce your time, reduce your stress, and help you get your problems solved quickly. We have multiple solutions for you that other companies don't always have the same solutions that we can offer you. And one of the cool things is I'm a smaller run business, or I'm an independent run business, or I'm a family run business, that I don't have the big overhead of one of those big corporations that have all those billboards down the highway and all these extra costs and offices and leases and all these employees to pay for. And since I don't have this overhead, I can typically, not always, but many of the times offer you more for your property. I'd love to give you an offer and see how it compares to these other companies. When is the best time that you can meet with me? You're simply saying, hey, I have the potential to help you on a level others don't. You're trying to make sure that you at least get invited to the party, because then when you do, you can get to the second step right here, which is Pointment Conversion, which is how are you going to convert more leads into more monetized contracts, right? So first thing is you want to pre-qualify. You don't ever want to go out to a house, guys, especially right now when you don't want to be wasting time and money in your business. This is more than ever the time to be efficient and make profits, right? So you pre-qualify the lead. Number one, if I come out to the house, are you willing to sell the house today? Number two, what would you be willing to sell the property, sell the house for? And are you open to, we'll talk about this in the next step, other options to do so, creative financing options. Because if you can't get a typical price out of their mouth, that they say it vocally, that they're gonna be stuck to standby, and it's not close to where you need to be, guys, you're not just gonna negotiate someone down $100,000 off a house. It needs to be fairly close to where you need to be at right now. So I want all these pieces of information before we ever go out to house to maximize on our time and effort spent to go out there. Are you open to selling the house? If so, today, what would you take for the property? And if we come out there with a contract in hand, is everybody at the property that has legal title and that will need to sign to sell the property, will they all be there? There's gonna be a lot of divorces going on right now with all this craziness, guys. And if there's a divorce going on and they're fighting over this and you do not get both signatures, it does not matter, it will not go through. If there's inherited property and multiple people need to sign and you get 2 of 3 or 2 of 4, it will not go through. So you wanna make sure before you start investing time, you pre-qualify the lead. The second step is you wanna go out there and distinguish and differentiate yourself in the marketplace with multiple offers and multiple options. Think of it like a golfer. All your different exit strategies, cash offer, listed as an agent, lease option, sub 2, whatever it is. These are different clubs in your golf bag that you need to know how to swing each shot, so when the shot comes up, you're prepared to capitalize on it. What if you go out there and they're not willing to take a cash offer, or you can't offer the cash offer that someone else offered because they have a different type of financing, or they're financing it all out of their own pocket with their own cash, meaning they're not using a debt service like a hard money lender so they can offer more. But what if they're willing to take a lease option offer or a subject to creative owner financing offer? So the more different options you have for them, the more likely they are to choose one that's different than the others because you're unique to the marketplace. So you shouldn't just have a one-trick pony style. If you offer a lowball cash offer, guys, you give them really just a couple options. Normally I just say 2, yes or no, but there's also a counter. But really you're giving them one option. When you offer them cash offer, different types of owner financing with different types of down payments and different interest rates to potentially help them with a short sale. You know how to stop different foreclosure situations in your marketplace. You know what's going on with the difference of the different types of bankruptcies they can be in. The more you know, the more you're gonna grow. This is the time to start planning how to be competitive in the marketplace going forward, guys. I just want you guys to start thinking a little bit differently going forward, but multiple offers. And then you wanna create a time constraint. When you make an offer, kind of go back up here to the pre-qualifying, pointing out that you are a smaller run shop. Simply say, hey, look, I'm not one of these big corporations. I don't have an unlimited amount of money, but because I can't offer more than what most companies offer, I need to have a decision fairly quickly because I am talking to a lot of individuals right now. The market's a little bit crazy. A lot of people need to get their house sold. And since I can't buy an endless amount of houses, I need to help those that I can right now. I'm not really trying to pressure you. I'm just basically pointing out, I wouldn't say those words, but you're basically painting the picture. I'm not trying to create this time constraint because I want you to do this right now. I'm doing it because I have an opportunity cost. I have other people right now that want to sell their properties. And if I don't buy their property right now, which I want to, but I'd really like to buy your property right now, but I can only buy so many. I don't want to wait on you to decide that you want to sell the house so that I can go back later and find out they sold their house. So this is something important to me as a business owner right now. If you're open to and you like the price I'm giving you, is this something that we can go ahead and get going? I did bring my paperwork right here. So you got to find assertive ways, but not aggressive ways to kind of force the issue, because what's going to happen, guys, is if you get these offers, what are you going to hear? Let me think about it. Let me talk to my husband. Let me think about it. What that basically says is, I want to take your offer, hold your offer in the hand, say, this is great, I would take it, but I want to take this offer and see if I can make more money with it. And they're going to go shop your offer around town unless you put a time constraint, 24 hours or less, and give them a reason why you put a time constraint that doesn't make them realize you're trying to just pressure them, essentially. You're trying to create a little bit of a time constraint there that's going to make them move forward. You just need to let them know, like, the reason why I'm doing this is because I have other houses that I'm potentially looking at buying, and I don't want to go miss those opportunities. And that's going to make sense to them. Now, last thing, guys, is it's all about the FU. If you never heard this before, now you have. The FU stands for no, not what you're thinking, right? It stands for follow-up. This is a common business saying that means don't pump the tires so someone else can drive the car, meaning don't go out there and get these individuals excited and give them all these options and then don't follow up with them, because you will see someone else in your marketplace marketing that deal and not you, and they will be getting a check in their bank account, not you. So have a solid follow-up system in place, guys. Business is done through attention and repetition in front of that individual. You need to, after you have a conversation with them, say, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you some more information, or have them opt into something that's gonna give them more information, that's going to put them in a text follow-up, an email follow-up, a phone follow-up, slide out follow-up, and video follow-up. All these in a combination, guys. There's many different platforms that you can do this with. You can use KV Core, you can use CRM Grow, you can use most of those different email platforms we talked about before, Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, any of the CRMs that you guys are using out there, Infusionsoft, Podio. All these are very similar. Think of them as McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, and Outburger. They're all the same, but different in their own ways, but they all basically do the same functionality. The goal is to get them into your system, and what I'd also say is also, if you guys want to learn how to do this with social media, this is what we teach Mike and I in our Social Strategy Mastermind. Another shameless plug there, guys. Go check it out down there below. But we teach you how to, after they come in, send ads to them on Facebook and YouTube, so that when they click on this, we now track them around the internet with retargeting for low marketing costs, for the cheapest retargeting costs out there, or the cheapest repetitious touch out there in marketing. Because if you send in their postcard, it's the same cost of postcard the first time. When you're doing paid marketing with social media, if you do it the right way, that first click is the most expensive click. The retargeting clicks are cheaper going forward. So you're spending less in marketing, but you're staying in front of that individual. This is why if you go to some car website, or you go to get a new mattress for your bed, and you click on something and all of a sudden you're seeing those ads pop up and follow you around the internet, that is what we teach you how to do and how to make a lot of money doing it. So go check out the Social Strategy Mastermind. So just think about all this, guys. How are you going to get in front of them? How can you do this more cost effective and not spend a bunch of money doing it until we kind of see what happens over the next 3, 6, 12, 18 months? Because you don't want to go spend a bunch of money, get yourself in a tight bind. Use more time strategies like social media, start learning these skill sets. It's a necessity going forward. Then speed to lead. How fast can you get in touch with them, and how can you paint a picture of why you need to be invited to the party and at least be out there to get into the conversation while before they just go take the first offer that they get. And then down here, guys, think about, before you jump in the car and drive out there to a house, why you should take the time to pre-qualify the lead, because you don't want to run all around town, waste a bunch of time getting to a house that you can't buy anyways. Multiple offers. Distinguish yourself in the marketplace, also increasing the likelihood that they go with you. When you give them a yes or no cash offer, they choose yes or no. When you give them multiple offers, their brain naturally tries to choose which one they feel is best for them. Then time constraint to force the issue to make sure that they work with you and that this doesn't drag on, because if it does drag on, most people do not have a follow-up system. But if you're bad at this, in this communication side, this will bail you out. Stay in consistent contact with them, follow up with them as long as it takes until they tell you to take you off the list, or they unsubscribe from it and say stop following up with me, or they sell the house, and then you can take them off. I hope that, guys, helps a little bit. If you're a little bit newer in the business, or even if you've been doing this for a while, slow down, audit your business, look back what you've been doing over the past few years. Can you make anything better or more efficient? Try to do this now going forward. You have a new chapter, a fresh start, guys. Let's capitalize on this. I appreciate all you who watch this channel. If you thought I taught you anything or any of this was interesting, all I ask is consider subscribing, consider liking the video. It does help me out, and I put some time into these videos, so hopefully you guys can help me grow this channel so I can help more people. I'll see you when I see you guys. Have a great day.